very good day to you. The legal battle involving the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has attracted renewed international attention following a call by a member of the United States House of Representatives for a review of the circumstances surrounding his detention and ongoing proceedings. Congressman John James urged the Nigerian government to ensure that all actions relating to Kanu case fully comply with constitutional provisions, due process requirement, and internationally recognized human rights standards. The intervention comes at a time when Kanu's case remains one of the most closely watched legal and political issues in Nigeria, generating intense debate among supporters, critics, legal experts, and human rights advocates. The latest development has also brought fresh attention to concerns that have been raised by international organizations regarding the handling of the case since Kanu's return to Nigeria in 2021. The call by the American Lawmaker followed the adoption of Resolution HRES 1321 by the United States House of Representatives on May 22, 2026. According to reports, the resolution was introduced through a motion sponsored by Congressman James and focuses on issues relating to Kanu's detention, access to legal representation, medical care, and adherence to due process. The resolution encourages engagement between the United States government and Nigerian authorities on matters connected to the case. Supporters of the resolution argued that it reflects broader concerns about human rights, fair trial guarantees, and the importance of ensuring that legal proceedings are conducted in accordance with established constitution and international standards. The move has generated significant interest because it represents one of the most direct expressions of concern by a foreign legislative body regarding the ongoing proceedings involving the IPOB leader. Nnamdi Kanu has remained at the center of legal and political discussions since his arrest and return to Nigeria in June 2021. The circumstances surrounding his apprehension and transfer from Kenya to Nigeria have been the subject of controversy both within the country and internationally. Human rights organizations, legal observers, and advocacy groups have repeatedly questioned whether the transfer complied with relevant legal procedures and international organizations. These concerns have contributed to sustained scrutiny of the case and a fuel call for greater transparency regarding the processes that led to his return. For many observers, the debate extends beyond the individual circumstances of Kanu's case and touches on broader questions involving human rights protections, judicial independence, and adherence to international legal norms. One of the key issues highlighted in the congressional resolution relates to findings made by the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention. In June 2022, the UN body issued an opinion stating that Kanu's detention violated international human rights obligations and called for remedial measures. The resolution adopted by the United States House of Representatives referenced these findings and urged Nigerian authorities to carefully consider the recommendations made by the international body. Supporters of the resolution argued that respecting these recommendations would strengthen confidence in Nigerians' commitment to international human rights principles. The issue remains particularly sensitive because it involves balancing national security concerns with protection of individual rights guaranteed under both domestic and international law. Congressman James emphasized the importance of ensuring that all legal proceedings involving Kanu are conducted fairly and transparently. According to the resolution, particular attention should be paid to guaranteeing access to legal counsel, appropriate medical care and humane detention conditions, and full respect for due process. Human rights advocates have long maintained that these protections are fundamental rights that must be upheld regardless of the nature of the allegations facing any defendant. The resolution also encouraged the Nigerian government to ensure that Kanu enjoys consistent access to his legal team and receives any medical treatment that may be required. Such concerns have been raised repeatedly by supporters of the IPOB leader, who argued that his rights should be protected throughout the judicial process. The resolution further urged the United States Secretary of State to engage directly with Nigerian authorities regarding issues connected to Kanu's detention and legal proceedings. According to supporters of the measure, diplomatic engagement can serve as an avenue for constructive dialogue on matters relating to due process, detention conditions, and respect for fundamental rights. The involvement of the U.S. Congress is likely to elevate the international profile of the case and attract greater attention from government, advocacy organizations, and international institutions. While the resolution does not dictate legal outcomes, it underscores the interest of American lawmakers in how the proceedings are conducted and whether international standards are being respected throughout the process. Human rights organizations have also continued to monitor development surrounding the case. Several groups have expressed concerns regarding fair trial rights, detention conditions, and broader questions about freedom of expression and political participation. The congressional resolution echoed some of these concerns, emphasizing that humane treatment of detainees, respect for legal procedures, and adherence to the rule of law are principles recognized globally. Advocates argue that maintaining these standards is essential not only for individual cases but also for preserving confidence in legal institutions and democratic governance. The discussion surrounding Kanu's detention has therefore become part of a wider conversation about human rights protections and the responsibilities of government under international law. The development comes amid continued political sensitivity surrounding the activities of the indigenous people of Biafra and the broader debate over separationist agitation in southeastern Nigeria. Supporters of Kanu view him as a political figure advocating for the interests of his people, while the Nigerian government has maintained its position regarding the legality of IPOB's activities and the charges facing its leader. This contrast in perspective has contributed to the prolonged nature of controversy and explains why the case continues to attract attention from both domestic and international observers. Legal experts note that the eventual outcome of the proceeding could have implications that extend beyond the courtroom, influencing public discourse on governance, social unity, security, and civil liberties. With the adoption of the resolution by the United States House of Representatives, international focus on Kanu's case is likely to intensify in the coming months. Nigerian authorities will continue to face questions regarding the conduct of legal proceedings, detention conditions, and compliance with constitutional and international obligations. At the same time, supporters and critics of Kanu will continue to monitor development closely as the case progresses through the judicial system. For many observers, the central issue remains whether the legal process can be conducted in a manner that satisfies both the demands of justice and the principles of due process. As discussions continue at both national and international levels, the case remains one of the most significant legal and political matters facing Nigeria today. That's all for now on News Express, and if you find this insightful, kindly like, subscribe, and share this video. My name is Emerald Unufi. Thank you for watching. Do have a great day.